Hello, everyone. How are y'all? It's Blue here, and y'all know that it is rough out in these streets today,
Mm,
especially for our kind, for our melanated people. And now is the time for us to really start looking at solutions of being able to make new lives in new places, in places that have always been home for us, but we could never get there. And what I've decided to do is to
mhm,
go on this journey to begin my process of building a life abroad, namely in Africa.
mhm,
Of course, Africa is
mhm,
54 different countries. Pick one. But I've got partners in different places in Africa, and my number one sister partner in everything that I do in business, and especially my partner in Africa, is none other than Miss Oluremi Sano, who we have right here today. So she got on the phone with me, called me while she was over there chilling, breezing in that beautiful Senegal sun, and letting
mhm,
me know what we can do to get over there and live and be free and be and thrive for just pennies, if you think
mhm,
about it. So I'm
mhm.
going to open this up now again. Welcome, Oluremi. How are you, sis?
Thank you. Thank you for having me again. We are back. We are back. It's so
Indeed.
funny because I thought about this the other day when we left off last time. We were talking about mapping our moves, right? We were just laying out some steps for people who were looking at making a transition. And now it is getting very real. This is not even a game. I think all families need to have a plan B, and some need to have a plan A, meaning living abroad as their plan A, because we know that it is getting very serious out there in those United States streets. And I don't even know really if most people thought they, in their day and time, that these types of things would ever happen. I really don't. I don't think people can even fathom what's happening right now as it's happening. And so we are really now more than serious. We are not talking about it. We are being about it. We also are on the ground here for 5 years, some people 7 years. I met a lady here who has been here for 17 years, raised her children here, sent them
Wow.
to school in US, and her children are back now thriving, right? They went to HBCUs and they're back over here thriving. She started a school. She has one of the international schools, and people have things that they can do on the continent. I think it's more of a mystery because we have what we know as the mainstream media in United States, and people aren't able to find out what they can actually do. They really don't know what they can do to live their life continuously somewhere else. But before we even talk about getting to Africa, I can just tell you, like, people who have long-term relationships with, who were students of mine before I left, that were dance students of mine at my dance studio. I had at one point 3,800 students in my dance studio, all of all ethnicities. I have a lady that is a friend and a mom, and she moved to Japan with her daughter, right? A Black woman in Japan with her daughter, right? I have a lady who is an Asian woman with her husband and her daughter in Netherlands. I know another lady that is Spanish, moved to Spain with her husband and her young daughter. I know people all over the globe who have moved out of the United States and are living very peaceful lives, are able to have what we know as serenity that you don't really get a lot in the United States anymore, because people are carrying every single day, waking up with multiple layers of trauma, walking around with that, going to work with it, having to live dual lives in their families, at work, and carrying way too many stressors on a regular basis. So we want to relieve some of that and let people know that, yes, we are thriving over here. We are thriving. We have cities. We have, things that people can do. This entire globe now is open up to people with, in terms of the digital economy and things that people can do online to make sure that they keep their money flowing. And so we're going to talk about that stuff today. It's getting very real. We want people to know that right now, the project that I was working on right before we came on here is our Airbnbs. We have a whole series of Airbnbs, a co-op, getting ready for people who are ready to make that move to Africa, and being able to do that seamlessly, be able to have a soft landing, being able to have a home away from home that you can feel like you are right at home and have everything you need. And we've laid out a program where people can come for 6 months, 12 months, have a soft landing. You need about $5,000, maybe 7,000 total, and a one-way ticket to get yourself here. 5,000 is a good, like, let me get out of here amount of money. And that's not a whole lot. People can Uber that up, they can Fiverr it up, they can do any of those gig economy jobs. You know, you can do voiceovers for $200 a whop and get your money up, and then make your plan to transition. At least try to see what it's like to live globally for about 6 months. And if you don't like it, you can go back. But the way it's looking right now, people need a change.
Absolutely. So, got a couple of questions for you. First of all, I think that having $5,000 to $7,000 just to be able to say at any given moment, look, it's just too tight, we got to go, is it's
Hmm.
pennies. Again, just like you said, it just takes the focus, make that be your primary focus. I know I'm going to take this extra job, I'm going to do these extra hours, I'm going to start this business or whatever to make this money, to have that, to be able to do it. So, with
Mhm.
that being said, as far as now, this is in Senegal, right? That you have this
Yeah.
program?
This is in Senegal, and we just started the African American Association of Senegal, and we have some people, some of us that came together, and we invested in several buildings, not just one, where we are able to get the contract on the buildings and rent the apartments. You don't have to buy anything. We were able to rent the apartments. We did have to put everything in them, so we had to invest and furnish them all, and then we can put them all on Airbnb, which they are listed on Airbnb. But we can also do long-term stay. We can do short-term stay, like for people who need 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. We can do any of those things, and we collectively have linked together to form an Airbnb co-op so that we can, if we have groups that are larger or families that are larger that need a longer period of time, we can all group together in our one building and have 2 or 3 units where people can spread out, or somebody can come individually, and somebody can also share a room. You have all the units have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, so you can have one person in one room, one person in another for 6 months, and then shared living space and shared kitchen. We also have one that is turned into a content space, so if people wanted to build their revenue, incoming revenue while they were here and they didn't know what they needed to do, they could start just about anything. You could start a podcast, you can start selling digitals online, like digital products online. You could sell printable products online. You could have the time to develop that. You can have the time to take a course, an online course, and be able to transition yourself and not be stuck in what most people think is keeping them there, and that is their job you know.
And that's the thing that I wanted to talk about the most. So, when we have this $5,000 to $7,000 in the one-way plane ticket, that takes care of our time in the Airbnb, right?
Mhm.
All right. So
Mhm.
then how much money do you think we would need to be able to sustain our lives there? So that takes care of our living quarters, but we have to
Mhm.
eat, we have to go and buy different things. And
Mhm.
what is the job market like? Or is it the focus should be to have our own jobs, but what is there a backup plan to that?
Okay, so I believe wholeheartedly that people should have a 90-day game plan, and we can help create that 90-day game plan for people to start building something that they can do online. They have jobs here. I just am not, I'm not a job person. I'm not a believer in working for other people. I believe
Right.
that the sky is the limit when you understand how to do something, how to get it up and running, and then go ahead and start making some income from it. And then how people distribute their funds is that's where you see what's sustainable and what's not sustainable. It's like, okay, do you make money and then spend it all? Those are like personal habits. So if people need that type of training, we have plenty of people over here to do that too. We have a lot of professionals in our community here. We have a lot of professionals, business owners. We also have people that do have jobs available. We have people that own businesses here, schools, restaurants, coffee shops, all that are African American that could hire but my preference is to be able to have this space that we have with 10 units in it, and one of the units is a staff lounge and has a gym there. So you have everything you need in one building. Even one of our partners, our Airbnb co-op partners, has a space downstairs where she's opening up a 24-hour eatery. And then we have a bodega right at the bottom that's already open. So anything you need, toothbrushes, water, juice, sodas, anything, they have everything in that store. So everything is right here in this one area. And we want people to be able to come and woosah down to the soul level and assess what it is they need. Some people need a change too. They don't need a job. They don't need to go from one job to another job. They don't need to go find a job in a area that they still need to get used to. If you can come and that $5,000 to $7,000 sustains you for 6 months so that you can do a reset, a mental reset, and then still be able to maintain your personal self. One of the best things is, I think, to be able to share a unit. Each person needs $5,000 to come over here. You can use the other $2,000 for living expenses, for like personals, eating. It doesn't cost that much to eat over here. Everything is cooked healthily. The fruit is amazing and it's good for your body and it's not expensive and it's accessible. So you don't need a whole lot of money to do that. But what you do need is, um, mind space.
Mindset.
Mind space. And you need to be able to get rid of some of those everyday traumas that we carry around, just waking up thinking like, what if this happens today? Oh, the military is coming into my town. Somebody just got hung from a tree. This school just got shot up. The church got shot up. The Walmart, the synagogue, the this, the that. I mean, every day chaos. It's just chaos and confusion daily. And all
Right.
these laws are changing daily. And my forethought and understanding is, I said it before, I think they are preparing to call martial law before the end of
You
the
better
year.
believe it. You better believe
Before
it.
the end of the year, because they know that they are under tension and pressure about all the things that are going to make that pressure cook pop. Everything that they're talking about right now in the United States is under pressure cooker pressure. It's the Epstein files that's about to pop.
Yep.
You got Israel, out there acting a fool with Gaza, that's about to pop. You have Russia acting a fool with Ukraine, and both Israel and Russia have things over Trump and his administration. So all of that is going on right now. It's an unhealthy brew, and people need to have a plan. People absolutely need to have a plan. So much so that tomorrow morning I'm actually releasing my online digital copy of my book that is talking about how to repatriate to Africa. People
That was
need
my
to
next
know step by
question.
step. Yeah, the last time we talked, I think I had a 90-minute, I still have it, the 90-minute, 19-point, how do you transition? And that's still available for people. They can go online and find that. Or they can just email me and contact me, and we'll give that information at the end. That 19-point step by step is still there, and it's still easy for people to look at that and see how can I move out of the country and I've never been somewhere before. Because sometimes it might be hard for people to think of this, but some people are going to have to uproot without ever visiting the place that they want to go to first. it's
Yep.
it's about to get to that point. And I think people should prepare for that and plan for it. Like the elders used to say, plan your work and work your plan.
Right.
You
I
gotta you
tell you.
gotta plan your work and work your plan. And we need to have that. But right now we have the repatriation guide that's about to go out for Senegal. It's for Senegal. Senegal is special and unique in the ways that they don't require a visa for people to come. You can get a one-way ticket, no travel visa right now. All countries, including Senegal, have started considering adding a visa for U.S. residents and non nationals because of the antagonism from the United States. And on August the 2nd, they announced that Senegal is going to be doing something like that too, but they have not started it yet. So right now, people still have an option to come somewhere that is visa free, so you don't have to pay an extra fee for visa. You get your one-way ticket, you have a place to stay, you have people who can come pick you up, you have a soft landing, you have food and community immediately. For those who have children, we have schools. You have multiple African American owned international schools here. So the good thing about the children is that they're learning more than one language when they're in school. They're learning English, Wolof, and French. And, where do we have that in the United States? We don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So,
Well, I think this is phenomenal, folks. It's just this is time, and this is the way to go.
mhm,
Everything is laid out. She just said soft landing. I know a lot of us it's a daunting thought to say I got to uproot everything and just leave and go to a place
mhm,
where you know no one, you don't know how to move around, but we've got someone that's already there that's been there for years and it's
mhm,
and is very well positioned within the community. Oluremi
mhm,
is very, very well known in all of
mhm,
her circles in many countries in Africa and here in the
mhm,
US as well.
mhm,
So I would encourage all of you. I know that I'm already starting my process to get ready to make this move. I told my mother this morning we're moving to Senegal. So watch
mhm.
the video so you can start learning what you're about to get into.
That's
And
right.
I'm so ready to have that woosah. And another thing that I want to do, and you might want to mention or speak on this too, um, just I want to go ahead now. Like I already have 34,000 followers, and
Mhm,
so I have the foundation to
mhm,
really kick my business up just from doing content. But
mhm.
I would say that while we're getting our money together so that we can do this thing, that we can go ahead now and start thinking about what can we do or start your process of becoming you know an international entrepreneur like yourself. And I know you
Yeah.
offer services that can help
Mhm.
guide someone to figure out what it is they want to do. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. Sure. My business is Spark and Flow with Oluremi LLC, and what I do is I teach people how to turn their passion and purpose into a viable nonprofit or for-profit social impact enterprise. And that's important because people have ideas, they have things, they have knowledge that they carry with them, they have experience that they carry with them for having worked for other people for so long. They just don't know how to turn that experience into a viable business. It's very important for people to learn how to turn that into a viable business, especially if you're a US resident, because even though you move to somewhere else doesn't mean that you can't use your US residency to have a business that then extends everywhere. And having online education, listen, I think I mentioned it before. Online education is considered educational technology, and global education on YouTube and other places is one of the biggest industries right now. It's about to be a $362 billion industry just next year, right? $362 billion of people paying someone else online to get information that they don't have to go to a 4-year school to matriculate through just to get some information. You don't have to go get a degree. You are in communications, you are articulate, you are skilled, you have a lot of things that a lot of people don't have. Sometimes people just need to know, how can I say this better, how can I do this better, even right now what's going on is you don't even have to talk to people and meet with people. They have people who are doing $7 PDFs, right, creating information that people can then download and go ahead and purchase, where you don't even have to talk to them at all. You don't have to do a course. You don't have to do a training. You can put your information in a PDF. You can you can chat GPT it up. If you don't have a way of organizing yourself and your thoughts, but you have the training and the experience, you can put together a $7 PDF on how to get into the radio and TV industry. That's something you had to do. You had to climb through it. You might not even want to do it anymore, but you know how to do it.
I do.
So, how do you turn that into a 10-page PDF? You get on Chat GPT and you say, hey, put, hi, whatever your Chat GPT person is, because some people have theirs
Oh
personalized,
yes.
right? So
I
you
have
go to ask your Chat GPT person. You have a name for
Oh
yours?
yeah, I have my her name is Glodine.
Glodine. So you ask
Glodine.
Glodine, hey Glonine, give me a 10-page. PDF on how to enter the radio, television, and film industry for those people who want to come behind us and be able to do that. It's going to give you a 10-page outline with all the highlights in less than 30 seconds. And then guess what? You are the author of that. That is your intellectual property. You ask the question, you put the prompt in, and then you can upload it and sell it. And you haven't had to do any of that legwork, right? This is the power of using what we have already to create what we want. You know, you sell 100 of those every day. That's $700.
And
A
what's the
hundred PDFs. You
and
know what
what's
I
the
mean?
platform that you sell those on?
You can sell them on just like you sell ebooks. You can sell them on any platform. You can actually start a you can start a platform. You can do school. You could do what do you call it? Oh my gosh, you could do um
Etsy?
any membership platform that you want to start that's outside of Facebook and Instagram and all those, you know, you can do any membership platforms. You can even chat GPT. What is the best membership platform to start selling my PDFs on? You know, so topic by topic, you can have PDFs that people will purchase, and then you can actually go and you know, upload them and make sure that they're uploadable in a way where people cannot just print and repeat for someone else. They have to be able to pay for it first to be able to access it, right?
Like a
And
stand
then
store.
voila, Stand Store, just like Stand Store. You have Stand Store, Gumroad, you have all of those. You have um even through Kajabi and through your regular educational platforms, you can add items that people can purchase, right? So you can do any of those. You just look it up, add it to what you're doing, and then you have a viable source of income already. You know,
Wow.
$700 a day. It's not that people can't do it, is that they don't know what to do. And so when you know what to do, now it's taking the time to do it. It's execution. So people can say that they don't have a way and all this stuff, but yes, you have a way. If I can do $700 a day, that means I can do 3 days a week at $700 is $2,100 a week. $2,100 a week times four is what? That is
40, 84
$8,400 a month, more than what most people make in their own job for
facts.
3 days a week selling your own PDFs. And that is I buy them all the time. I'm telling
And
you,
me
I buy
too.
things. I download grant lists from PDFs from people. I spend $20 on it, not seven. I spent $20. I've spent $100 for lists that people have, viable lists that people have. So there's all type of things that people are selling. I purchased the $27 one on t-shirt, the t-shirt business, the guys out of Dallas, out of Arlington, Texas, Entre Believers, who are blowing up. They've made over $30 million since they first started. I purchased their PDF on their step-by-step process because I don't need to know all of what they have. I just need to know the steps that I need to know. So I just purchased the PDF, you know? So it doesn't have to be $7. You can have a PDF that's like what they're doing, 27 bucks. I paid 27 bucks because I feel like it's viable information, you
Yeah,
know?
I've certainly done that as well. So
Sure.
that's it. You just gave us the blueprint.
That is
Just
the
give us,
blueprint. And
give us
then let me tell you, for people who like traditional jobs and want to feel like they have something that they can have I mean, my ears bleed when I hear this. When people say, I just need a paycheck, I'm like, oh my
oh
gosh.
God,
But
no.
the thing is, they have those too. They have places that need help and that hire over here. They have places like World Vision and all those different companies that hire people. I don't like to be under, I'm totally sovereign,
Straight up.
personally sovereign. So I don't like having anything where I have to report to somebody. I have to get up on somebody's time. Somebody's telling me what time to go to the bathroom. I don't do any of that for 30 years now.
Right.
And for me, it's liberating to teach people that too. So the process, again, we want to reiterate the process of people just it's easy when you have the steps. If you know the way, you can go the way. If you can save $5,000 or if you already have $5,000, I would love to be able to show this as a reverse engineering, a Harriet Tubman back across the water of sorts.
Ashe.
20 people that have $5,000. We got immediate spaces for you right now in the building, right? You could pair up with people or you could have a space to yourself, but we have a space. We want people to be able to take 6 months to 12 months in transition. 6 months is a good enough time to be here, not have to be worried about paying rent because you've already paid it. And then you have time to be able to get your money up. You have time to do the things that we just laid out. You have a space to be able to do that. We have a lounge and a big
Wow.
table for people to come to outside of the apartment they live on and interact with other people, but also take your business seriously. We have the expertise to be able to walk you through how do you get an EIN, how do you set up your certificate of formation, how do you set up your LLC, how do you set up a nonprofit. We have all that you can do from right here. You are an American citizen. None of your rights are gone because you live out of the country. We just want you to know how you can come and live and not have to eat, sleep, and breathe chaos on a regular
Right.
basis. We need families to be able to have wellness, and we need families to be able to breathe. We need families to be able to have joy on a regular basis, be able to tap in without having to go through a bunch of layers of racism every day. We over here, we run the banks, we run the hotels, we run everything over here, right? And it's because it's 99.9% African people. Senegal is one of those countries. It's just not one of those places where other people have flocked. We have an international presence, but it's not overwhelming. And so it's very comfortable, and the people are calm, and the culture is still intact. The respect is intact, you know. And people need to know that too. Why Senegal? Why Senegal? Senegal is beautiful, it's sunny, it's a warm climate all throughout the year. You don't have the winters and all kinds of fires and storms and blah blah blah. You don't have any of that. That's traumatic on people.
It
Every
is.
single year, all those, unnatural but now natural climate issues because they won't respect the climate. People here
Right.
respect nature.
That
They
means a lot
respect
to me.
nature. Mm-hmm.
That means a lot to me. This is
Mm-hmm.
great. It's time. Let's go ahead. 20 people. 20. I know
Yep.
that there are 20 people
Mm-hmm.
listening to this right now that are at their wits end, that
Mm-hmm.
know that they want to do this but did not have a way. This is your way.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yep.
your opportunity. You've got
Mm-hmm.
someone that has a whole team at the ready on the day that
Mm-hmm.
you set foot on that wonderful African soil. So,
Yep.
Oluremi, let them know how to reach you.
Okay, they can reach me at Spark and Flow with Oluremi at Gmail. That is Spark, SparkAndFlow with WITH OLUREMI at Gmail. That's Spark and Flow with Oluremi at Gmail. And anybody that needs to reach out and ask more questions, anybody that wants to set up a one-on-one Zoom, anybody that wants to look more into Senegal as a country, anybody that wants to purchase the repatriation guide and look through that first, it'll be available tomorrow and beyond. And anybody that wants to maybe go through their own 19-point steps and see something where you can check off everything you need before you leave, that is already online too. And that is accessible by setting up a one-on-one, because I don't release that to everybody. I release it to people who are serious about moving and mapping their move.
You are our Lady Moses. That's who you are now. You
Thank you.
are our Harriet Tubman right now. And
Yep,
so
I'll take that, Mama
you
Harriet.
you are our Harriet Tubman in this time.
Hmm.
I'm laying that
Hmm.
crown on you right now.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
we will respect your knowledge, respect your authority in this matter, and follow your lead, because you're the blueprint. You've already done it, and you're so
Yeah.
successful in your own right.
Hmm.
So, Lady Harriet, we're on our way. 20 people. I know you're out there. Let's go ahead and get in contact with Oluremi at
Yes, ma'am.
and flow with Oluremi at gmail.com. She will walk you through this process.
Hmm.
You got someone that you can trust, someone that knows the lay of the
Hmm.
land, and it's not going to
Hmm.
cost you an arm and a leg to do it. She will partner
Right.
with you. I know that I'm
Right.
getting myself together. Oluremi, it's always a pleasure. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much too, honey bun.
All
Take
right.
care.
Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.